my friends, it's Odette here. Hope you guys are all well. Welcome back to my channel. So today I thought, you know what, I'm just going to sit back, relax, have a chit chat with you guys today. It's a random get to know me tag questions. I've got all the questions on a piece of paper here. I am going to be leaving the questions in the description box. So if you are watching this video, you are tagged to do these questions. Yeah, so I'm a little bit chilled out today, a little bit more relaxed, and I figured why not just do a little chat, right? So question 1, 2, and 3 is basically kind of in the same category, but I'm just going to answer them all together. The first one is, where were you born? Where did you grow up? Number 2, and where are you from? So let's just talk about those right now. Where were you born? I was born in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm a Trini girl. Yes, born in Tobago, grew up in Trinidad. And I went to primary school, senior secondary school. I had my first job in a doctor's office in Trinidad. Yeah, so it's nice and hot, 12 months out of the year. Really, really nice. Yeah, and where are you from? I am from Canada. I am Canadian. I lived in Canada for many years. That's where I really made myself. Because while I was in Trinidad, I went to nursing school, so I am a nurse by trade. I am not practicing nursing right now, but I am still in the medical field, and I've been in a hospital setting. The minute I came out from my mother's womb, I was in the medical field, and I'm still in the medical field. And so I was living in Canada for many, many years. That's where I met my husband, and then we moved here to the UK. But I'm going to tell you guys a little secret right now, and that is I would be definitely moving back to Canada. Oh my God, yes. I will be definitely moving. Because, you know, Canada to me is home. So it's cold and the winters are harsh. I'm used to it. But I think that Canada is such a warm, friendly, kind place to live. I have not had any issues with people and attitude and all of that since I've been living in Canada for over 30-some years. And of course, you know, my family is there, my mom, my stepdad, my sisters are there, and of course I miss all of my friends. There is nothing like a good group of friends that you just connect with. And so I do miss my friends, and so I will be definitely 100% moving back to Canada. And so we've been living in London now for 5 years. And so I'm going to be taking you guys along that journey with me when the time comes for all the packing and the moving and the house tours and all of that. It's coming later on, but like I said, definitely 100% moving. Yeah, I know that's the breaking news. But like I said, I mean, there was no place like home. I mean, I know we all move around this world all the time. You know, we were born here, but we live in another country. And I know you were saying, wait a minute, but you were born in Trinidad. Why aren't you going back to Trinidad? Well, you know what? No, Canada is home. I'm Canadian. So question number 4, what are your favorite things about yourself? Number 1, I'm a strong person. I'm very stubborn. I don't allow anyone to tell me what to do. I know how to fight my battles. I have good instinct, and I can anticipate well. And these are 5 traits that got me through my life. My instinct guides me throughout my life since I've had that instinct feeling. I don't know what it is. I mean, if I have good instinct about something, it's going to happen. Although my instinct did work against me one time. We were living in Canada and we were playing the lottery. The Lotto 649. It was about $40 million was the winning amount. And what I would do is I would buy the cards and play my own numbers. And I picked the 6 numbers. And my husband said to me, what are you going to do with this? Are you going to go play the tickets or not? Are you going to go buy the tickets or not? And I'm thinking, no, I'll do it another time. When the numbers came up that night, it was the exact 6 numbers that I had. And I remember my husband said to me, don't talk to me. Just don't talk. Just don't talk to me. Could you imagine? That was the time that my instinct worked against me so badly. And I tried really hard to forget that. I could have been a millionaire by now. I could have. But that's in the past. Which of your parents are you closest to? I'm closest to none of them. No, it's true. My dad died many years ago, maybe about 8 years ago. And he was an alcoholic and he drank his whole life. So I was never close to him. My parents they were divorced and my mom is remarried. And I was never ever close to my dad. He had no idea where I went to school. Like after I left senior secondary school, when I got my first job, he had no idea where I was working. I work full-time and I put myself through nursing school. From work, I would go to my classes at night. And I really did good for myself. So he really did not contribute anything to my life. So I was never ever close to him at all. And this is probably going to sound really harsh, but I was happy when he died, because I'm thinking, you know what, I no longer have to think about him, because he was a really horrible father. He really was. I mean, when you're in a situation like that, it's really hard to judge people, but it was a horrible situation and I don't miss him one bit. My mom and I, we had our issues growing up, because there were 3 girls and 1 boy. And I think my brother, he was basically spoiled. But my mother and I used to always get into fights all the time. We would fight tooth and nail. We would be arguing all the time. And I don't know why that was. It was just a thing with she and I. Constant fighting all the time, constant arguing. But we're in a good place now. We've been in a good place for a very long time. So I talk to her all the time. I mean, I live in London, she lives in Canada. And yeah, so now we get along, but back then it was really rough, and I'm really happy that I was actually out of the house and living by myself and all of that stuff. So yeah, we're close, but we're not that close, you know what I mean? But she's my mother, and I respect her bringing me into this world, her and my dad, but we're getting along just fine now. The other question is, which of your parents are you more like? None of them. I'm not like my dad and I'm not like my mom, because my personality is totally different from both of them. Because I guess back in the days, like way back, Caribbean days, when you have you're set in your ways, you grow with that, and it doesn't matter how times has changed, your attitude and your energy is still the same, and that what I was having a problem with. It's like, listen, it's time to change this, time to stop that, have a better attitude, have a better behavior. So it is what it is. You just can't pick your parents. You can pick your friends, you just can't pick your parents. The next question is, what is your biggest accomplishment? My biggest accomplishment is my education. I think the most important thing anybody can do for themselves is to have a good education. There is nothing like it, because a good education guarantees you a good job. It guarantees you a good income. It guarantees you health care. It guarantees you a good home and a good life. And I, for so many years, although I had a really rough upbringing, one of the things that I always did for myself was save my money. And because I had a plan for myself, because I always loved nursing, I loved the medical field and care about people, and that's what I did. I worked and I saved and worked and I saved, and that's exactly where I am for today. I met my husband in Canada. We had a 28,000 square foot home, 4 bedrooms, 3 floors, and not because it's a show off. It's because we worked hard for our money, we saved hard, we had really good paying jobs. In Canada, you get paid twice a month. Here in the UK, you get paid once a month. So it was better to save, getting paid twice a month, as opposed to some people who are living in the UK who can't afford to save at all. And that's how we managed to get to this point. We worked really hard, because moving from Canada to the UK is not cheap. It's quite expensive. And we were very fortunate, because we had the money to do it. We were living in a separate part of London before. We were renting a flat there for about 9 months. If you guys, I'm going to link that video for you guys. When we were moving, we were living in Canary Wharf at the time, and we lived there for 9 months. And I'm going to link the video for you guys when we were packing and moving. And we bought another property where we are right now in London. So we were really happy and fortunate to do that, because not a lot of people can afford to move countries, you know, in the middle of your life, like 49 and 50, give up your job that you've had for many, many years and move to another country. And, you know, and because of my education, I was so fortunate to have the job that I have right now in the medical field. And to have that job here in London is a dream, I'm telling you. So hard work, savings, good education is quite important. I do my YouTube channel as a hobby. I don't get paid to do my YouTube channel. This is just an outlet for me to share with you guys and stuff like that. But, you know, it's not a way of income for me, because I started my YouTube channel back in 2014, but I really wasn't uploading videos. It was a video every 6 months. Because my focus was to make sure that I had a good education. If you read my magazine, you're going to see exactly when I graduated, because I went back to school and I, you know, went back to university. And I remember when I had gone to the location to for my graduation, I had my gown on. I walked up on stage, I shake the dean's hand, and I received my diploma. That was a huge accomplishment for me. Read my magazine, the pictures are in there, you guys are going to be so impressed. So that's why I always believe an education, it doesn't matter how rough your upbringing is, you have to break that chain. Because some people think, oh, because your dad's an alcoholic, you're going to become an alcoholic and you guys are not going to work out to be anything. But you have to break that chain. You have to be strong enough to break that chain, because, listen, life is short. And not because you think you in your 20s or 30s, that's it. You have to save that money, because there is more to come. And try to imagine if you get to my age and you've got no money. That's what be just, you want to be able to be settled and completely financially stable and independent at a certain age, because you have to have a life plan. You know what I mean? That's probably going to be another video coming up, guys. So my biggest accomplishment is my education. What inspires you? This may sound cliche, but positive energy, positive people, positive attitude inspires me. When I see people with good positive energy, good attitude, good behaviors, that is really inspiring to me, because it really takes a lot of nerve and energy to be mad and angry and sad and bicker all the time, because to me that is not necessary. There is just so much going on in the world right now, especially nowadays with the coronavirus. There was just no time for any of that stuff. Just have a good attitude about you. And that really inspires me, because, you know, I remember at one point when I really started to understand who I am as a person, and I developed this positive negative. I developed this positive attitude for a very long time, and I detoxed a lot of people from my life, because I'm thinking, I don't need it. I don't need that negative energy. If you cannot bring some inspiration to my life, if you cannot motivate me, if you cannot encourage me, if you cannot have my back, if you cannot support me, what's the point? Why are you in my life? There's just no need. So people who are positive really inspires me, because I think that's a really, really big deal. It's attitude. It's all about good attitude. Who is your favorite actor? Luke Cross is my favorite actor. I love that guy. He's very thin and very poised. I love his jawline, and oh my God, he's something. I really love him. At one point, it used to be Denzel and Brad, because everybody was into them, but not anymore. I'm over them. Luke Cross is my guy. Who is your favorite actress? It's gotta be Angelina Jolie. I think she is a hot actress. I think she's really good. If you haven't seen that movie Salt, it's on Netflix. You're gonna watch. She is just so good in that movie. Who is your favorite musician? I would say Celine Dion. My heart will go on. I think she is one of my favorite musicians. I can't sing. What is your favorite holiday destination? Oh my God, Hawaii, hands down. You guys, save for a holiday and go to Hawaii. You have to go to Hawaii. It is a once in a lifetime trip to make, and you guys are gonna have a great time. I remember everything that I packed for my holiday I couldn't wear in Hawaii. When we got to Hawaii, I had to buy all the halter dresses and the wraps and everything, because it was so hot. It was the most amazing vacation ever. There's a place called the Wailana Coffee House. That's where you go for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're open 24/7. They serve oxtail soup every Thursday. I remember having a pineapple sundae for breakfast. The omelets were like maybe 12 eggs for an omelet. The food is so good and very inexpensive, but you don't have to worry, guys, because by the time you step outside and you cross the street, you've already lost 10 pounds because you just sweat everything out because it is so hot. And it's a nice kind of heat that you feel. You just want to be outside. It is so beautiful, and that's where sometimes they film Hawaii Five-0. There are a couple of scenes that were filmed in that restaurant. And you got to go to Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor is a wonderful place to go. Of course, when you go to Pearl Harbor, don't go with any big bags. You have to just go with a crossbody bag, but you have to go to the locker and put your bag in and register your bag because you're not allowed to go in with anything. If you wanted to do the tour, you have to pay for that. They're going to show you a small film about what happened during Pearl Harbor, and then the boat is going to take you out to the tomb, and it is very somber, but it was a really nice experience as well. I love that. And you have to go to the Dole Plantation. It's the pineapple plantation of the world. That's where all of your pineapple comes from Hawaii, and everything in the Dole Plantation is pineapple. Pineapple ice cream, pineapple cake, pineapple candies, pineapple everything, pineapple tour. You can do so many wonderful things at the Dole Plantation. You can buy all your goodies, you can get food. It's just an amazing trip. That's where I got my Louis Vuitton bag from, and it's just right next to the hotel. And the good thing about Hawaii is, you know, when you go to the hotel, you know, normally you will go into a hotel and you're going to check into the reception. The reception is outside. No point having a reception inside because it's so hot. Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh my God, oh my God. And you know what? When it rained, it doesn't rain heavy. It rained very, very, very light, and you will just welcome that water in your skin. It was just the most amazing thing. You can eat as much as you want. Trust me when I tell you, you will not gain a pound. You will not gain a pound because you sweat so much and you're always outside. And on Friday nights, they've got a fireworks. So you guys are gonna love it. It's gonna be fun. What is your favorite quote? Well, I have 3 quotes that I like. The here and now is never the end. For example, what we're going through right now, this is not the end of everything. And we're gonna pass through this. And this can be referred to anything that goes on in your life. The here and now is never the end. Vision without action is only a dream. Action without vision is a nightmare. That's deep. And from the late Maya Angelou, in one of her poetry books, she says, you cannot go through life with a catcher's mitt on both hands. You have to be able to throw something back. And to me, that's really deep. In other words, don't allow people to be bullying you and telling you all kinds of things, and you're taking that in. It's like, you know, you're believing all of that negative energy. No. You have to be able to strong enough to say, listen, I'm sorry, back up. I'm not taking that from you. You know, it could mean anything you want to mean in your life. One of my favorite quotes. And what is your favorite way to pass time? I will sit on my cuddler chair with my iPad playing Candy Crush. Last question, what is your favorite food? Oh my God, pasta is my favorite food. I can have a bowl of pasta with garlic infused olive oil, crushed garlic on top, crushed cilantro, some pepper flakes, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and some grated ginger on top. With a little salt, a little cracked black pepper. I can eat that every single day. And that's the end of all of the questions, guys. And I'm going to leave all the questions in the description box for you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a little bit more about me. And as a matter of fact, I feel a lot better because I've just opened up a little bit more to you guys. And like I said, when I'm ready to move back to Canada, you guys are going to be in on this trip with me, and I'm going to try and vlog it. I'm not a good vlogger at all. I think I vlogged once when we were moving from Canary Wharf to our new place. But other than that, I'm not good with holding that camera and, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, that's the big event that's going to be coming up. But it's in the back of my mind that that's what I want to do. However, with what's going on in the world today, we have no idea how long this isolation and the lockdown is going to last. But as soon as it's a little bit more relaxed and, you know, the isolation is lifted, I am going to be definitely making plans to go back to Canada. And like I said, I'm going to be taking you guys along with me. So there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Again, questions will be below and you guys are all tagged in this video. Shall see you guys next time. Toodles. Bye.